Wrecked by McGregor is back with some boxing news. So do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. And especially if you're new to the channel, because I talk boxing every day, all day. Look at this article that I came across. This article was posted in a website called The Mirror. Tyson Fury won't lose world title even if he is banned for 8 years. Fury will be investigated by the UK anti-doping for a second time after a farmer alleges he was asked to lie about providing the fighter with uncastrated wild boar. Tyson Fury will not lose his world title even if he is slapped with an 8-year ban. If found guilty of tampering with the original investigation, which resulted in a backdated 2-year ban, the Furies could be suspended for 8 years. And now I'm going to keep reading parts of the article. And then he quotes what Marcelio Sullivan says. They quote this in the article. Right? Marcelio Sullivan said, the person who has claimed he accepted money to lie should be the one on trial, in my personal opinion, especially when he has waited 5 years to tell the story. Secondly, around this time, Tyson Fury was not involved with the WBC. He did not fight Klitschko for the WBC belt. It was for other titles. So this issue does not impact on him being our heavyweight world champion. Even if Fury is banned, he may still be able to fight outside of the UK, where he has not fought since 2018. This would mean his rematch with Deontay Wilder could go ahead as planned in Las Vegas in July, while his undisputed clash with Anthony Joshua could still be held in Saudi Arabia in December. So there you have it. Basically, what the Mirror is saying here is that because Tyson Fury, you have to keep in mind, this fight, the WBC was not involved in this fight, right? And he is the WBC heavyweight champion. This is a fight that took place in the UK, right? The UK, the United Kingdom, right? And obviously, Tyson Fury has a license to box in the UK, but guess what? He also has a license to box in the US. So this article is basically saying that, let's say he's found guilty of this UKAD thing, right? Of tampering with this UKAD investigation. And let's say he actually did pay the farmer, or told the farmer that he was going to pay him this money in order to cover up a failed drug test or whatever, right? If that's true, and if the UK bans him, if the UKAD ban him for 8 years to box in the UK, he could still box in the US because the WBC has no problem with Tyson Fury, because the WBC, Marcelio Sullivan, had come out and basically said, listen, this guy, he's not guilty of anything because we weren't. First of all, he wasn't fighting for our championship belt back in 2015. So, and keep in mind, he fights in the U.S. now, Tyson Fury. Ever since he signed with ESPN, he's been fighting in the U.S. for like the past 2 years. And he has a U.S. boxing license to fight in the UK. So even if he gets banned for 8 years and he's not allowed to fight in the UK, he might still be capable of fighting in the US. So it's like, that is, as far as I'm concerned, that's great news, right? Now, obviously, it's not great news if it turns out that, he lied, because obviously that's fucked up that he did that to cover up. But at the end of the day, he served his 2-year ban, right? He did not fight for 2 years because of that situation. So if you really think about it, he already did the punishment, right? So it's not like you could look at that and say, oh man, he got away with the punishment because he could still fight in the US. But he didn't get away with the punishment because he did not fight for 2 years, because he was not allowed to fight for 2 years in the UK. Right? So, like I said, even if let's say they ban Tyson Fury in the UK, he could still fight in the US. That's what this article is basically saying, that he could still possibly fight in the US because the WBC has no issue with Tyson Fury. They're not banning him. They're not alleging him with anything. So, and because he has the license to fight in the US, remember, this will just ban him from fighting in the UK if they do ban him. But he could still fight in other countries.